Good afternoon. How's it going, everybody? This is a very fun zone to be idling in because you just get constant lightning strikes. It's incredibly comfy. Not really. Yeah, I actually literally have no idea how long this segment is or how many quests I've even got to go until we're technically done with the available story. So I guess I'm kind of getting the same experience that people would get if they were just playing the patches as they released. I am very interested in seeing what exactly they're going to be doing with the ASEAN connection here. It would be rather disappointing if they actually, like, just straight up brought back the ASEANs. But I'm assuming that's not what we're doing. Like... Like, Gistola here is saying... You know, maybe we should assume that the ASEANs had something to do with the Thunderbolt War. Caused such a rapid deterioration in the environment. Yo, what up, everybody? But I've been told it's Kururu time. Oh, man. I love MTL. It's like, I don't see any man-made structures. Or, like, anything man-made. Perhaps this place... I think this place may have been abandoned for a very long time. Or, yeah, uninhabited. Yeah, these pits are what, prone to flooding with rainwater, so they aren't suited for habitation. I believe that this area in particular was, what, carved out by the teleportation of Alexandria, but it seems no one else has been here since then. Okay. So in other words, so then, if there is a human settlement somewhere around here, or like somewhere on the surface here, it would be somewhere else. If we were going to, what, go anywhere from here, where do you think we should head first? Okay, what, we're on the outer edge of this, like, the edge of this pit right around the... what do you say for that? I mean, it's like the edge of Alexandrian territory, but she's talking about, like, the city, right? How about we head to the, what, nearest city, Toreno?
戦前は交易の中心地になってたの。 対戦中も中立の立場を貫いてたから、アレクサンドリアにとっては良き隣人だったんだ。
Okay, this is a city-state, what, with a harbor. Before the war, it was a trade hub. It remained neutral during the war and was a good neighbor to Alexandria.
中立国として栄えてきた交易都市。そう聞くとラザハンを思い出すわね。
Yeah, a trade hub that maintained neutrality. Or that, like, prospered as a neutral nation. It reminds me of Razahan.
あ、その国のことならアルフィノに教えてもらったよ。確か近くの海に浮かぶ南洋諸島って場所がミララ族の故郷かもしれないんだよね。
Okay. Oh, yes, Alfino told me about that nation. I think this is again like South Sea Islands are the, yeah, in the sea nearby. Right, man? I was not prepared. I can't, like, there's no possible way I can give context to this other than without giving Expedition 33 spoilers. But basically, hearing, like, Japanese streamers use terminology that you don't think they should know is always tilting. That's the only context I can give. It fucks you up. Okay, so you're talking about those islands being where the Mirara were from.
ゆかりの場所というか、異世界から渡ってきた彼らが最初にたどり着いた町と言われている。
Okay. The Toreno has, what, ties to the, Mirara, or rather, it's said to be the first city that they reached after, what, crossing over, coming here from another world.
そうなの。
Wait, really?
そういう経緯もあって、ミララ族はトレノをとても大切にしてた。だから、あの町なら残ってくれてるかもしれない。そう信じて行ってみよう。
But considering that history, or it's like because of that, the Toreno is very important to the Mirara people. Let's go and see and hope that some of them might still be there.
クラーク PX-0093 トレノまで飛空艇で行くことはできる?
Or it's like, that's less necessarily that there might be some of them there and there's like more information that might be there. Yeah. Clerk PX0093, can we take the airship to Toreno?
一応トレノに仮設定。航行ルートの安全性を検証しますので、少々お待ちください。
Temporarily setting. Or that's like attempting to set Toreno as destination. Please wait while I verify the safety of the route. Of the designated route.
検証完了。大気中の雷機が機器類を破損させる確率が極めて大。
Okay.
による移動は推奨できません。
Verification complete. Due to the high probability that atmospheric lightning will damage systems, equipment, or damage devices, travel by airship is not recommended.
そっか。調べてくれてありがとう。クラーク PX-0093。
Thank you for looking into it.
こうして地上までは降りられたんだ。飛空艇が使えなくたって、あとは歩けばいいさ。
It's like, well, we made it down to the surface, so even if we can't use the airship, we can just walk.
そうだね。トレノがあるのは山向こうだけど、登らずに済む経路もいくつかあるんだ。
Okay, yeah. Toreno is on the other side of the mountain. But there are some, yeah, there's some paths that we can take that won't require us to climb.
あの洞窟
Like,
も
through the gigantic cave.
だよ。今も奥へ進めそうか、ひとまず確認してみよっか。
I believe that cave was one of them as well. Was one of them. Let's take a look and see if we can proceed further inside. You might just say, like, if it leads further through the mountain. I don't know.
「この先にミララ族が初めてたどり着いた都市が、土地勘のあるスフェーンがいてくれて助かったわね。
最近は報告書の作成ばっかりだったけど、久々に体を動かせそうだな。
うん、大丈夫そう。ちゃんと
It
奥
looks
ま
good.
で道が続いてるみたい。
Okay, this path, goes through the mountain, it seems.
ただ、中がどうなっているかは入ってみないことにはわからない。
We don't know what it's-
しながらゆっくり進んで
We won't know what it's like inside without going in ourselves. Let's take it easy and be careful for monsters along the way. So it's a dungeon. Mistoek. Oh, God. That's a hard one. Wait a second. Give me a second here. Hang on. For kanji. What is the reading for that? Is that just evil? Oh, okay, so that's like forgotten. But it's like a bit more fanciful, even. So for now, I would just say that's like the forgotten way, or like the forgotten path. Mistwake. Yeah, I didn't really, like, forgotten, the MTL got forgotten. Oh shit! But it's like, it's a little bit more, it's more fancy than just forgotten, right? Like, it's not just forgotten. It's a little bit more... I don't know how to describe it. This is some classic Final Fantasy shit. Huge fan. I really don't know why I do this. Oh, wait a second, there's no way to do a wall-to-wall pull here. I just left the team. I just ran off and did nothing. I'm not helping at all, man. I figured there would be another pack to pull. There was not. I mean, maybe you can just go through the door, right? Like, you can probably just go through the door. Like, this door is probably just not even closed. Oh, stuff just drops? Okay, fuck. I could have triggered this, couldn't I? The problem, though, is that you're never going to go any faster than the 30 minutes that you're locked to. Like, these dungeons, if you do them with the AI, will always take 30 minutes. Every single fucking time. Ooh. Hang on. Yeah, this is like... yeah, abandoned mining facility? That's not facility and more like... section? Oh, they've got one of those huge-ass industrial drills? Okay, that's sick. That's fun. Big fan of that. I hate tab targeting, I hate tab targeting, I hate tab targeting. My target moved very slightly away from me and then I'm just out of range. I understand that it's my fault for having all the UI components so large, but I need to have the UI components so large so I can read things. I should probably just turn off, like, damage numbers. Whoa. God, this is so much fun, though, just having the... oh, this is Toreno Katobla Pass. You gotta love a good Katobla Pass. Ah. Yeah, I figured something like that was probably gonna happen. Okay, so you don't want to bring the explosions next to the pillar so you actually have something to hide behind. No, you see, this is what we call a bit. Also, I am that American. What kind of American are you? This is what I hinge my Americanness on. What the fuck is a kilometer? Do you say pop or soda? Soda is the only correct answer. Coke is also a correct answer purely because of how much it pisses people off.
回復するね。
俺がやる。
だってやれるんだから。
Ooh. Hang on. Oh, it's one of these. Eh. Yo! Okay. That's such a good shot. This is something that they do incredibly well. And it's also like, this is why the 4 kanji compounds are important and why they're cool. Right? If you just say Mistwake, that doesn't tell you anything. If you say, like, the Forgotten Passage, right? Then when it opens up and you see a functional city with a big-ass dome, you're like, oh shit. Like, it's like, you know, kind of subverting your expectations a little bit. Okay, this is completely unnecessary. Why the fuck are we Sonic the Hedgehog rail grinding? Is that a Final Fantasy IX reference? That's ridiculously extra. Complete nonsense. There's Nitro Drankar. I will say, that was dumb as all hell, but it did put a smile on my face. So, worth, I suppose. It's just so ridiculous. I was expecting us to just, like, kind of walk down it or something, and then it's just no rail grinding, bro. We're going crazy. Go crazy, go stupid. This sure is a trash mob pull. I'm so engaged right now, you don't even know. What patch? Get ready to read dialogue. Alright, alright. Hang on. Let me just get my fucking clipboard. Manager. No, yeah. Just gotta get it open so that I've got it saved, so I'm not having to do some, like, weird, awkward nonsense to pull back up the lines. There we go. Thank you for the heads up. They're not quite stacked up right to be able to actually cleave things. There we go. Oh, baby, a triple. And boss. It feels like it's like a pretty long segment between these bosses. What in the fuck is that thing? Amudor? Amudosias? No idea what that possibly means. I would prefer if you didn't dash away, though. Ah. I was already, like... I was already fucked on the positioning there. See... This is what I need to do. I need to have my... I'm just totally fine where I am. Like... Ah, so that's how they're gonna... That's how they're playing it, though. That's not too bad. But I do need to actually have focus target on so I can quickly target party members. To be able to dash to them. I mean, it seems like I've got basically just the same pattern to work with. I should be pretty much good. Yeah. Ooh. Wait, so we are already in the barrier, though. Oh, shit!
全く次から次へと俺たちの町を魔物から守り抜くと。
I want to actually try and find these lines. This has got to be incredibly confusing for these Lalafell / Mirara. Same thing, really. Oh, are they gonna do some bullshit where it's like, oh, you must have brought these things here. We've never been attacked in 10 billion years, but now you show up. Can I actually pull this thing? No. No, I cannot. And now I've just run off and completely abandoned them. Yeah, that's gonna really endear me to them. Hell no, this game is well written. Look, man, there have been some moments like that. They haven't been common, but they have existed. I mean, there might be some shit in the English where they do something like that, which would be very funny. If they're just, like, totally welcoming and are like, wow, thank you for all of everything that you did to help save our city. In the Japanese, but in the English, like, I'm suspicious of you. I don't know if we can trust you just yet. Hang on, let me go pull the rest of the, let me just go pull everything. Excuse me, pardon me, 1 second, coming through. Man, Graha's really gotta be sick of my shit by this point. Alright, come on. We're almost done. Just a little bit longer on the world's longest trash pull. Oh, shit. Wait, just an immediate cutscene. Regardless of distance. Scraw. Yeah, Thunder Griffin. It's a good thing we're absolutely nowhere near it. It just did that whole pose and cool intro, and we were nowhere near it to see it. From our perspective, it's just there. I don't care for this bosses of Melee Flare. Oh no. Uh-oh. So I'm not gonna have a good time is what you're saying. I'm gonna end up with a crummy junction. Is that what you're telling me? Buddy pal, friend pal. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, that seems like a... See, the thing is that I just psyched myself out there, as I tend to do. I was like, yeah, that seems like the right spot, and then they didn't start going there. I'm like, oh, is this not the right spot? No, it was the right spot. Wah. Whoa. Okay, this thing is kind of starting to bother me. It is kind of starting to piss me off. Oh god, and now they move. Fuck you, dude. Yeah, I'm just trying to focus on not getting hit. I know I totally fucked up the combo by just forgetting where I was in it. See, now you're just being annoying. Like, that's the thing. You're just being annoying to be annoying. God damn it. I'm dead as shit. Yeah. Like, I hate having conditional movement. I hate conditional movement. I don't have the muscle memory built up to, like, tab target people and then dash to them. It's the one thing I dislike about Viper. What? Yeah, it's just... Yeah, I can just go way out there. It really is just that I've played so many other classes that have on-demand burst mobility that having to, like, click onto somebody or, like, key target to somebody else just... I don't have the muscle memory for it, man. I'm very bad at it. But this should be safe. Yes. Ooh. I was off by just a tiny little bit there, which could have been quite bad. I swear, it always does this exact phase at the exact worst point for my combo specifically. It's doing it just to piss me off and me alone. Will this? Yeah, no, that isn't gonna work. And it's gonna jump again. So I'm not gonna get to do my comp. This should be. Yes. This is safe. There was no need. I just... I didn't get to do the limit break. Okay, that's very nice, very nice. The classic Final Fantasy theme. Yes. Excellent. They bust out this trick every once in a while, and it's always good. Like, is it just straight up nostalgia baiting? Yes. But it works every time. Oh, come on, man. Okay, I need to check. I need to check. Because there's no way. There's no way. This is entirely... This is the exact opposite of the English team's, like, entire philosophy. This is just like, yeah, great job, everybody. The monsters that got into the barrier have you know, all been dealt with. Or, I mean, you could even just go with, that's all the monsters that got into the barrier. And, oh, don't forget to thank our guests who helped out with the hunt. That's not as bad as I thought it would be, actually. Alright, everybody. Like, time to get the repairs going.
お客人方ってもしかして私たちのこと？
Wait, by guests, do they mean us?
トレノの町、現存していたようね。想像していたよりもずっと立派な佇まいだわ。
Yeah, Torano City, you've really, what does still exist, and this Dippa, it's like, what, it's doing much, you wouldn't say it's doing much better than I imagined? I don't know, you might even go with, like, wonderful. It's, like, much more wonderful than I was expecting. Or, looks a lot nicer.
この辺りはかなり整えられてるが、町の周辺は荒れ放題のありさまだったよな。
Yeah, everything around here is well maintained, but outside of the city it was in total ruins.
災害から時間が経っているとはいえ、これほど雷に侵された荒野で暮らしていくのは並大抵のことじゃなさそうだ。
It's been, what, quite some time since the disaster, but trying to live in a, what, wasteland, so I don't know if you want to say, yeah, it is, like, ravaged by lightning is, no small feat.
障壁が街を覆ってる。小規模だけど、アレクサンドリアのものと似てる気がするよ。
There's a barrier covering or protecting the city. It's smaller, but it seems similar to the one in Alexandria. Or you just say similar to Alexandria's.
箇所もあったし、安全な状態ではなさそうだったね。だとしたら、危険と隣り合わせの生活をしていそうだけど。
There's parts where, yeah, that have been damaged, broken through by monsters, so it doesn't seem like it's in, what, perfect condition, yeah. Or it doesn't seem like it's at, like, full power. It's like, what, so they really are in constant danger?
まあまあ、お客人だなんて一体何年ぶりかしら。
Oh my. How many years has it been since we've had visitors? Amazing, amazing. This is the best place in the game. Thunderous heavens. Of course they do some shit like that. Yeah, that doesn't make any sense for them to say as, like, an expression.
私はトレノの長宮入と申します。同胞たちを代表してご協力に感謝を伝えさせてくださいませ。
You have never been in more danger right now than any... Yeah, you know, I can get that vibe. I feel like these we are about to have our organs harvested, for sure. I am Miyaedi, leader of Toreno. Now, on behalf of all of us here, allow me to thank you for your assistance. Just the one person does the little bow. Is this the first time we've seen an actually elderly Lalafell model? Yes. Okay, so, if lightning destroyed my world, I wouldn't be using thunderous heavens. Yeah, that's sort of the issue here. That's like, I don't know, man. It's like if somebody made a fantasy version of, like, you know, the mid-2000s environmental crisis, and had people say, like, acid rain above. Great hole in the ozone layer above. Or like here, if you're in California, people were saying like, leaping wildfires, Batman. I don't know why, but, you know, Batman just came to mind there. This also, though, I get a feeling that they didn't do this correctly at all, but this matters immensely for establishing the sort of tone of these characters. Yet, the thing is that what they do, the reason why they do it is because of just pure trope adherence. They have this idea that they, like, characters in these sort of fantasy settings need to have exclamations that tie into the situation that they currently find themselves in. And they either do religious reference that are not reasonable, that they just make up entirely, or if such things don't exist, they just jump to the nearest possible neighbor because they speak English, and in English we have a bunch of exclamations that are directly tied to Abrahamic religion. It's like built into the language. And so people grow up with that being normal. They have, like you say, you know, dear God, Jesus fucking Christ. You hear that all the time, and so people, when they start translating things, they just throw those in. Entirely disregarding that the only reason that we have those things in English is due to the actual history and culture of, like, Christianity in the West. Things that are not going to be present in these settings. It doesn't make any sense. They're just backporting things that are common to them because of the place that they grew up in and the culture that shaped their native language, and they just slap it into translations without considering the like, the implications that they're creating. So yeah, like there, it was thunderous heavens. It's been years since we've had visitors, but the Japanese is just, ma, ma. Right, like, oh my. Also, here, she's speaking incredibly politely. Right, she immediately jumps to incredibly polite speech. This is like, pardon the, what would you say for this? Like what, pardon the intrusion, but perhaps, like, could I inquire if perhaps you were from Alexandria, or you are Alexandria's... Right, like, the point here is that she clearly knows who Sphene is, and is immediately going into, like, pardon the intrusion, would you... Like, could I ask if you were Alexandria's... Meanwhile, in the English she just says, might I ask your name, miss? Though I have an inkling I know it already. What do you mean? Who would possibly say that in this situation? She immediately jumps to, oh shit. Like, oh shit, this is like Sphene from Alexandria. I should be very, very polite right about now. Instead, she's just like, I have an inkling, I know it already. Why? Sphene is probably going to respond in kind.
遅れました。アレクサンドリアから参りました。スフェーンと申します。
That's the same thing. She's responding in turn. Of going into formal mode, because they're both like heads of state. Sphene also, critically, doesn't normally talk like this. My apologies for not introducing myself sooner. Yeah, I am Sphene, and we have come from Alexandria. So then, or I knew it.
10年も前のことになりますが、アレクサンドリアへ向かった同胞から奇妙な連絡があったのです。スフェン様が昔と変わらぬお姿で健在であると。
It was, decades ago, but I, received a strange message from one of my, countrymen who had, or one of our countrymen who had left for Alexandria, that Queen Sphene was, alive and well and hadn't aged a day. Specifically they say, looks exactly the same as she did back then, but the English expression hadn't aged a day is fine.
正直に申し上げますと、半信半疑でしたのよ。けれど、あなた様はまるで肖像画の中から出てこられたかのよう。
To be honest, I wasn't fully convinced, but you look as though you just stepped out of a portrait.
どういったご事情があるのか分かりかねますが、お会いできて光栄ですわ、スヘン様。
It's like, I will not... I think you might just say, I will not presume. What has occurred, but it is an honor to meet you. Queen Sphene. An honor to make your acquaintance, you might go with.
立て続けに申し訳ないのですけれども、あと一つどうしても伺いたいことがあるのです。
My apologies for the... Yeah, she's like, my apologies for asking so many questions, however, there's one more thing I truly would like to ask.
アレクサンドリアに何が起きたのでしょう？
What happened to Alexandria?
それは私たちの国が消えた件についてですよね。
You're referring to the disappearance of our nation, I assume.
ある時から同胞が音信不通になってしまって使いの者をアレクサンドリアへ向かわせたことがあったのです。
At some point, our countrymen ceased all communications, or it's like we lost all communications with our countrymen, so we sent a messenger to Alexandria.
そうしましたら障壁どころか建物の残骸すらなくまるで空間ごと切り取られたかのように消えていたと。
And when they went, there was no barrier, no wreckage. It's as if the entire, they say kukan, so it's like the whole space had been like cleanly cut away. You might say, like, as though it was cut out of space itself.
アレクサンドリアは障壁に囲まれた土地ごと別の場所へ転移しています。
Alexandria, alongside the area enclosed within the barrier, were teleported to another place, to another location.
国も消滅したわけではありません。その点についてはどうかご安心ください。
The people and the nation were not destroyed. Please, rest assured.
詳しいことは私から順を追って説明します。その間、トレノに滞在する許可をいただけますか？
I would be, glad to explain the particulars of what occurred. Would you be willing to allow us to stay in Toreno during that time?
お話を伺いたいのはもちろんですけれど、何より皆様はこの町に力を貸してくださった恩人ですもの。どうぞごゆるりとなさって。
Of course, I would love to hear what occurred, but above all, yes, you are benefactors who, I think you could just say, like, came to the city's aid. Please make yourselves at home.
では、スフェン様は奥のタウンホールへお越しくださいまし。
Now then, Queen Sphene, please, if you would make your way to... what, town hall?
五根の霊輪があるし、ここは障壁に守られているけれど、スフェンは麻痺症状を発したことがあるから、体調の変化が心配だわ。
Yeah, we have the soul ward scales and the barrier is in place. However, considering what Sphene's history of paralysis, I'm worried about her health.
私は彼女に付き添うから、あなたたちは街の様子を見てきてはどうかしら。
Alright, I'll accompany her. Why don't you all look around the city?
考えれば確かにそれが良さそうだ。 早速行ってみるか。
Considering what Kururu's objective, it seems like a good idea.
あなたもそれで構わないかしら。
Is that alright with you?
それじゃあお言葉に甘えて気を使ってくれてありがとうヤシトラ。
Yeah, well then we'll do just that. Yeah, thanks for... I mean, you could just say thank you, Yashola. She's saying, like, thank you for being being so considerate.
ミアイリ様、はじめまして。私はクルルと申します。
Miyaeri. I don't know what you would go with for the referent. She is just saying Sama. Pleasure to meet you. My name is Kururu.
お恥ずかしながら、私はトレノのことをあまり知らなくて、復旧作業のお手伝いがてら、住民の方々から町のお話を伺ってもいいでしょうか。
It's like what I'm ashamed to admit, but I don't know much about Toreno. While we assist with the repairs around the city, would it be all right if we were to ask the residents about Toreno?
もちろん問題ございませんわ、クルルさん。お手伝いの方も人手が多いに越したことはありませんもの。
Of course, that's no problem at all, Kururu. The more, yeah, you could say, like, the more hands willing to help, the better.
先ほどの放送を流していた孫のルムルを訪ねてみてくださいまし。今頃薬湯の配布をしているはずですわ。
Yeah, please go and see my grandson, Dumuru. They were the one broadcasting earlier. Huh. Wait a minute, Yakuto? Hmm? I'm assuming that this is referring to, like, just some sort of medicine. Like medicinal water of some kind. They're apparently going to be distributing that.
では、ルムルさんのところ。
Okay, we'll go see Gumuru.
「トレのうちではマウントに騎乗して移動することができます」
Yeah, man. From your perspective, it must have looked as though we were wiped from the face of the star. Why do they always talk like this, man? It's so odd and just so boring. You don't have to do everything exactly the same all the time. A scouting party sent to investigate reported that not only the barrier, but Alexandria itself was gone, nary a stone to mark where it had stood. Why are people talking like this? It's so obnoxious. Pip pip.
奥に立っているタウンホール、立派な佇まいだろう。あそこは我々の町。
Okay, it's open to the public in case of an emergency.
の生き交っていた時代にはオークション会場として使う。
It was like an auction house back in the day. Man, I need to find some sort of way to get rid of this stupid auto-translate. Okay, so it is like a... Yeah, it's like some sort of medicinal beverage. No, it's like, it does it on my end. They start rolling it out. Actually, like, let me look this up real quick, because it's incredibly infuriating. It's auto-translating stuff that isn't actually in another language at all. Like, how in the fuck do I turn this off? Because the problem is that it's like... there isn't actually a good settings menu anywhere. Yeah, they just say, to turn off automatic translations, tap settings, then head to automatic where? And they say this feature is currently available for mobile live streams only. No, it isn't. There is no settings menu for that. I don't want it. It's just hidden somewhere. That's so annoying.
彼がルムルさんのようね。今、住民の方に飲み物を配っていた。
Handing out drinks, beverages
慣れた様子で
to the people.
復旧作業に取り掛かってるな。
Yeah, everybody seems used to doing these repair works. So I suppose what, monsters getting in is a daily occurrence?
あれ、魔物と戦ってくれてたお客人じゃないか。さっきはありがとな。
Oh, you're the guest who helped us fight those monsters. Thanks for that.
わざわざ声かけてくれたってことは、もしかして俺に何か用事か？
Yeah, if you're coming to talk to me, do you need something from me?
え、復旧作業を手伝いたいだって？そりゃあ助かるけどよ。
What, you want to help out with the repairs? That would be great, but
だったらその前にこの眠らずの薬湯を飲んでくれよ。町に入り込んだ魔物を倒した後。
眠らずの? Wait, what do they translate this to? What the fuck is any of this? Well, they did do the thing that I thought that they would do. They did do the thing that I thought that they were going to do. Of, like, adding a weird edge to it, instead of just making this guy, like, friendly. If it isn't our new friends, thanks again for making short work of our foes. If you've gone to the trouble of seeking me out, I can only assume it's for good reason. What does that even mean? That's just a weird-ass thing to say. Like, what? Who says that? But he actually said, was like, what, do you need something from me? You know, do you need something? You want to help me? Odd, but I'll consider it. What do you mean I'll consider it? He said, like, oh, you want to help out with the repair works? Well, that would be great. Why are they adding this, like, backhanded shit to everybody? They always do this. It's so consistent. They just make every fucking character backhanded. They can't have anybody just be nice. It's like they're just allergic to it. Nobody can give a compliment. Nobody can just say thank you. He's like, oh, before you do, take this, like, Nimurazu. I don't know, you might even just go with energizing, but it is, like, sleepless. I don't know what you would do for this, but, like, sleepless Rhapsody doesn't make any goddamn sense. Why Rhapsody? Yeah, like, why would he think that it's odd that we want to help out? It's like, what? This is, like, the quote-unquote literal is sleepless, like, medicinal decoction, almost. Brew is not terrible there. It's kind of terrible, but the key point is, though, it's not everyone's a fan. He says everybody has it after we take out the monsters that get into the city.
ちょっとだけ酸っぱいんだけど、思い切ってグイッといっちゃってくれ。
It's a little bit sour. Like that ちょっとだけ. It's a little bit sour, but just like knock it back. You know, one big gulp. Yeah, like, this is just weird. This is just weird. Why does he say it like this? This is just weird. This makes me uncomfortable. You might find it the teensiest touch too sour for your taste, but it'll set you aright. Just tip it down your throat. Like, what he actually said was, it might just be a little sour. But just go for it and, like, knock it back in one big gulp.
"魔物を倒した後の習慣、気持ちを切り替えるためのものか、それとも儀式的な意味でもあるのかしら。
It just sounds weird, man. Why you gotta say it like that? Yeah, they're saying, like, maybe it's some sort of, like, ritual kind of. They're trying to make him speak in some sort of regional English dialect, but they have no idea. That's the other thing, man. Why, I know I talk about this a lot, but why exactly do American translators try so hard to make everything British when they don't speak British English? Just don't.
ともかく、
酸っぱいのか。
Sour, huh?
体に悪いものじゃないからさ、思い切ってグイッといっちゃってくれ。
Yeah, it's not, it's not bad for you or anything. Just, go ahead, knock it back.
でも初めて薬湯を飲むわけだし、念のため俺のそばで頼むぜ。体に合わなかったなんてことがあったら大変だし、何よりお客人の反応が気になるし。
This is getting worse by the second. Since it's your first time having it, stay here just in case. It'd be, real bad if it, didn't, like, sit well with you. It's like, I don't know, it's like... This is almost like if you had a bad reaction. And really, I'm mostly just kind of curious.
体に悪いものじゃないからさ、でも。
Alright, dude. This is like 500 milligrams of caffeine.
なあ、どうだった？ミララ族伝統の薬湯の味は？
Now, how is it? Yakuto is such a... It's such a weird word. It's such a weird word. It is like, I guess you just have to go with like decoction. Now, how is it? The Mira's traditional decoction? It's, like, what, refreshing? とっても美味しかった。all katakana. So, your options here are like, wow, it's so refreshing. It's really sour, or, man, it's so good. I mean, the bottom option is the funniest. This is a recurring trend that they don't translate. Where there are many options in which you can make the Warrior of Light just be very bad at lying. What's the end? No idea. Don't think it's listed on, like, Garland tools or anything. I'm not gonna look it up any further. I'm gonna go with, wow, it's so good.
いや、無理してるだろう。気を使わせちまって悪かったな。
Oh, look, okay, they're great. They're great. Ah, come on. Yeah, you're... It's like, you don't have to... I don't know, you might go with, like, you don't have to keep drinking it if you don't like it. Pretty much what he's saying is, like, I can tell you're forcing it. You know, sorry for making you feel like you had to go along with it.
学生時代に差し入れでもらった栄養補助ゼリーの味がするわ。甘いと思って食べたらすごく酸っぱくて。
Okay, but here's the thing. I know what Kururu is referring to. They're equating this to one of those, like, vitamin pouches that you can get at Japanese convenience stores, but I think those things taste good. It tastes like those nutritional jellies I would get back when I was a student. Or I got when I was a student. I thought it would be sweet, but it was really sour. Oh, those. Yeah, I know what you mean.
あとは疲れてる時にライナが手配してくれた闇色シロップ。それと同じくらいのとにかく強烈な酸味だった。
Yeah, there were those. When I was tired, Dino would get me these, like this incredibly, like this, what, super dark syrup? And, what, this is, what, just as ridiculously sour?
ラハ君、人に心配かけないような生活した方がいいわよ。
Yeah, Daha, you really shouldn't be making people worry like that.
Ora? なんだか急に疲労が取れてきたように感じるわ。
Yeah, wait, what? It's like I feel like all of my fatigue is just going away.
これ消耗したエーテルの回復が早まってるのか。
Huh. Wait, so... Yeah, is this accelerating the... recovery, restoration of depleted ether? Or of, exhausted ether?
高ぶった精神を落ち着けてエーテルの回復を促す効能がある。あと雷属性への偏りによる悪影響も少し和らげられるんだぜ。
Huh. It's just, that's so lame. It's the decoction, it calms down a... I guess that you have to go with mind, like a... Yeah, agitated mind, I guess. I don't know, that's hard. Well, accelerating, etheric recovery. It also helps to, alleviate the... negative effects or adverse effects of lightning imbalance.
なるほど。だから魔物の襲撃があった後はみんなでこれを飲むようにしているのね。
Oh, I see. So that's why everyone drinks this after a monster attack. You didn't translate that part, though.
遠い昔にミララ族は自然豊かな場所で暮らしてたんだ。その頃から続いてきた伝統的な薬刀の文化が今でもトレノには根付いてるのさ。
Yeah, okay. Yeah, a long time ago, the Mirara people lived in a... every time that Shizen Yutaka... You know, the statement rich in nature doesn't make any damn sense. In English. Whatever, I'm just gonna say it. With somewhere like rich in nature. And so the culture of these decoctions has carried on since then and is still deeply important in here in Toreno today.
お客人方に薬刀ですっきりしてもらえたならよかったぜ。
Yeah, and I'm just glad if this can make you help you feel refreshed.
というわけでミララ族の町トレノへようこそお客人方。
And so, welcome to the home of the Mirara Toreno.
あっちゃ、そういえば自己紹介がまだだった。
Oh yeah. I haven't introduced myself yet.
俺の名前はルムル、ここの長でもある宮入ばあちゃんの孫だ。町に魔物が入り込んだ時に警告放送を流したり、復旧作業を取り仕切ったりしてる。
Yeah, my name's Rimuru. Grandma Miyairi is the leader around here. But when monsters make their way in, I handle warning broadcasts and coordinating the repairs.
普段は同胞たちの困りごとを解決するのが仕事だな。献立の相談から荷物運びにうせ物探しまで何でもござれだ。
Yeah, my normal job is helping out my It's like helping out people around town with problems they might have from... Kondate, I'm assuming, is like programs, like schedules. Like what, from like schedule planning to carrying luggage to finding lost things. I do
そ
everything.
んなわけで、これからよろしく。
So, nice to meet you.
異邦航路ミストウェグに仲間 NPC の幻体を連れて突入できるようになりました。コンテンツ情報のフェイスから挑戦が可能です。
The thing is that he could be talking about like actual fucking restaurant menus as well, which might be more reasonable, but I'm not quite sure. Oh, life in Toreno.
そんで手伝いに来てくれたんだったよな。
What the fuck? It's the same joke every time, man. Huh. Yeah, they do have a, like, double lighting thing going on here. But it's the same joke every single time. I just looked over at the way that this dude talks, and it's the same thing every time. Every character talks the same. If they want to try and add, like, quote-unquote humor into the script, it's the exact same way every single time. I'm Luno, that was me announcing our victory earlier, and since grandmother sent you to help with repairs, you'll know I'm her grandson. Why does he talk like this? I'm in charge of resolving any problems the people of Treno might have. My favorite kinds of work include taste-testing menu items, carrying medium-sized objects, searching for lost possessions of immense value. Why are we having him talk like this? Why are we making it sound like he's some sort of sleazeball? This is the only joke that they know. It's just... You take normalized dialogue and you make it seem like something untoward is happening. It's just pure lampshade hanging, constantly. Good bit, Patch. The Duran album, yes. Excellent.
けど、
So you're out.
があってトレノに来たんだろう。魔物を倒してくれただけでも十分だし、無理しなくてもいいんだぜ。
Like, here. This doesn't make any sense if we have him be this, like, weird scumbag. He says, like, hey, you had some sort of reason for coming to Toreno, right? And just helping out taking care of the monsters was more than enough. You don't have to push yourself, you know? Whereas in the English... Are you certain you want to be put to work? Why would you put it that way? Well, actually, we came all this way to... Let's see what the current state of the continent of Mist was like. Wait, the continent? So then are you all came from across the sea? Well, not exactly. If we said that we came from Alexandria, would that make sense?
アレクサンドリアだってあの国がどこかで無事ってことなら、そりゃあ何よりだけど。
Wait, Alexandria? Yeah, if that nation's doing well somewhere, then that's great, but that's great news, but
恩人の事情に深入りしすぎるのは違うか。
yeah, no, I shouldn't try to. It's like, yeah, you helped us out, you're our benefactors, I shouldn't pry.
丸ごと消えた国のやつと会ったことなんてなかったから、思わず身構えちまった。悪い。
Like, this is an actual good joke, because they aren't, like, they don't overplay it. Because they don't use this sort of thing all the time, when they actually have a character talk like this, and kind of, like, poke fun at the situation, it's actually funny. Because it's not the default mode of conversation. He says, like, hey, I've never met anybody from a nation that completely vanished off the face of the earth. So, you know, I kind of doubted you a little bit there. My bad. Also, they got rid of the statement here. This is actually quite important world building. Because the people here in Toreno are very fond of Alexandria, it seems. Like, they were very concerned about Alexandria and very relieved to hear that Alexandria is doing okay. Everybody has a very positive opinion of it. Whereas instead he says, Alexandria, are you quite sure? No, sorry, of course you're sure. Would be rude of me to doubt you. It's just not every day that we get visitors, let alone from a nation that up and vanished. So you also just didn't translate the joke. Like, you also didn't actually translate the joke. Which is, he said, I've never met anybody from a nation that just vanished off the face of the earth before. Like that's a thing that people would experience? That's the joke? Yeah, please don't worry about it. I'm sorry for any confusion we might cause.
トレノには初めて来たものだから、ここの暮らしぶりを知りたいと思っているのよ。それで、お手伝いを通じて、皆さんとお話できたらなと。
Okay, this is our first time in Toreno. We want to know what life is like here. If we could, speak with the, speak with people in town while we're helping out, that would be wonderful.
はは、なるほど。
Oh, I see.
だったらさ、こういうのはどうだ？さっき渡した薬刀を同胞たちに配ってきてほしいんだ。
Yeah, so, how about this? Can you go off and, distribute this decoction to, other people around town?
受け取りに来てる頃合いなんだけど、今回は魔物が多かったし、復旧作業に追われてそうでさ、まだ飲めてないやつが多いんだよ。
Okay, usually people would come around to get theirs by now, but there were a lot of monsters this time. And everyone's real busy with, repairs. So a lot of them haven't been able to get a drink yet.
作業中でも薬刀を渡せば一服がてら話せるだろ。それに外からのお客人は何年ぶりかわかんないぐらいだから、きっとみんなも声をかけられたら喜ぶぜ。
Yeah, okay. And so if you can, if you hand this out, you'll be able to talk with them while they take a quick break. Plus, it's been who knows how many years since we've had any visitors from outside the barrier. I'm sure everybody would love to talk to you.
お気遣いありがとう、ルムルさん。ぜひ配布を手伝わせて。
Thank you. Yeah, thank you for being so considerate.
助かるぜ。
We'll help out.
じゃあ、眠らずの薬湯を。
Okay.
俺はタウンホールの方に届けてくるから、町の奴らへの配布は任せたぜ。
Okay, he said he's heading off to deliver it to town hall, so we'll handle handing out to people in the city, in town. Excellent.
アレクサンドリアの消失については、いろいろと思うところがありそうな印象だったな。知り合いが手に巻き込まれたって可能性もあるか。
Yeah, like, here, this is a very critical point. You know, people have a lot of, thoughts on the disappearance of Alexandria. You know, there's the possibility that people they knew were caught up in the teleportation. Yeah, we're going to hand out these, 700 milligrams of caffeine beverages in just a second. I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. Be right back. I am back. What does this song remind me of? There's something that this song reminds me of. This is weird.
このお花、とても綺麗でしょう。みんなの癒しになれば、うまく成長できずに枯れてしまう植物も少なくないから。
Very wonderful flowers. There's a song that this is very heavily reminding me of. And it's gonna bother me the whole time.
人たちとゆっくり話して回りたいけれど、薬湯の配布は急いだ方が良さそうよね。
Okay.
しても構わ
Yeah, I'd love to. Yeah, really take our time to talk to people here, but it would be better if we split up. Distribute the concoction. Of course, all about sure.
二人とも
Yeah. Give it to 3 people. Let me see 0 out of 3. 0 out of 3. 0 out of 3. Come on.
オレオさんは町の南側をお願い。もしト
Take
レノ
this
での
off.
暮らしに関する話を聞けたら後で
Yep. 0 out of 3. Yes! Hey, guys, by the way, notice, do you notice anything? That, like, the Mirara people have this cultural convention of their names being 3 characters?
あ
おさお
そのこんにちは。外から来た人と話すのはちょっと緊張。
Yeah,
この
a little
先は
nervous
ガレ
talking
キで
to
塞がってるから通
people from outside the barrier.
魔物の侵入とか老朽化でも
Weird. The fuck is that? Oh, fish. In a weird glowing green river.
もしかしてあんたが例のお客人か。どうした道にでも迷ったのかい？
Oh, what's... Oh, you're the guests everybody's been talking about? What's up? Did you... Well, what's the matter? Did you get lost? Here you go, man.
薬刀を持ってきてくれたのか。ありがたい。魔物を解体場へ運んでたから強い雷気を浴びちまってな。麻痺の症状が出てたもんで休んでたんだ。
Huh. Oh, you brought me the decoction, thank you. I was, taking monsters to the, dismantling facility? And got, exposed to some real strong lightning? When I was having some, paralysis symptoms, so I was just stopping to rest.
オイラたちは障壁の外へ狩りに出ないから町に入り込んでくる魔物が貴重な資源になっててね。多少危なかろうともきっちり回収して活用してるのさ。
Huh. Yeah, we don't, hunt outside of the barriers, so the monsters that make their way into the city are a real valuable resource. Even if it's a little bit dangerous, we make sure to collect them and make good use of them.
強烈な雷エーテルをまとってる魔物の荒皮は特に重要だ。特殊な皮なめし材で性質を整えてやれば棒雷性の高い服の素材にもなるからな。
Huh. So it's like the, yeah, the hide? Raw hides of, monsters with heavy, lightning ether running through them is are particularly valuable if, specially tanned. They can become raw materials for clothing that are highly resistant to lightning.
魔物を倒してくれたおかげで貴重な資源も回収できたし、
Okay, you said thanks to you guys defeating those monsters for us, we got our, hands on some of that incredibly valuable material, thank you.
あなたさっき戦ってくれてたお客人様ね。
I'm glad you're here. Yeah. You fought with us.
あら
Yeah.
薬刀を持ってきてくれたの？どうもありがとう。戦った後の疲れた体には不可欠なのよ。
Oh, you brought me a, decoction? It's just the thing for a, tired body
それ
after
にして
battle.
も今日は随分と魔物が多くて大変だったわ。でもそのおかげでいつになく戦闘の経験を積めたし、あなたたちの戦いぶりを見て勉強になった。
Yeah, it was really rough with... It was really hard out there with so many monsters, but thanks to that I got to get some more, combat experience, and it was a real learning experience. Yeah, it was, I I got to get some more, like, what, combat experience, and seeing the way you fight was very instructional. That's where you would go with instruction. Okay, once the repair work is done, I need to get to work, what, refining, improving this grimoire right away?
魔導書に刻まれた魔文が威力を大きく左右するからね。先人の知識を継承しながら今も発展させてるのよ。
Huh. But our magic is heavily reliant on the what magic symbols or that is crest. Inscribed on our what grimoires here. Yeah, what we carry on the knowledge of our predecessors while continuing to further it. Even now.
君、見ない顔ですが、そうか、ルムルが言っていた。
I haven't seen you around before. You're one of the guests Lumina was talking about.
まさか
Visitors.
薬刀を届けてくれるとは、設備の点検に手間取っていたので助かりました。これを飲むと戦いが終わったんだなって一息つけるんです。
Oh, you're bringing me a decoction? I was so busy, inspecting the gear here, like the equipment here. This is, real help. What, drinking this really makes me feel like drinking this lets me catch my breath and feel like the fight's really over.
この薬刀に使われている薬草は、
it's like a little ritual that signals that it's over. Huh. Actually, what, the, herbs used in this... I mean, that's just like the medicinal plants. They're not necessarily herbs. Used in this decoction were grown in my... He does say, like... Oh, God. 植物プラント. That's plant. Oh, no. There's something you could do with that, like... But they've got like some sort of industrial garden thing. Yeah, plants planted in my plant. I love English. Huh. Okay, we, cultivated the seeds that we found on the, hides of monsters who made their way into the barrier, and discovered they had the effect of, raising one's resistance to lightning. Was incredibly, remarkable discovery. It was like a big breakthrough. There are a lot of monsters this time, so might just find some new species. It's like new seeds, rather. That's seeds. I need to, look over not just the hides, but the stomachs, too. Gross. It makes sense to do, but gross. Good job. Yep.
住民の方から預かり物があって、ルムルさんへ渡してほしいって頼まれているから、彼が戻るのを少し待たせてほしいの。
Yeah, one of the residents gave me something to give to Dumuru.
よく
Wait for him to
その
get
間
back.
に
Okay. So that's why we're just hanging out here.
いろいろと聞いてきてくれたのね。ありがとう。
Oh, you really heard about a lot.
私は
Thanks.
薬刀を届けがてら負傷者の治療をお手伝いしてきたの。
When I helped deliver these, or I was helping to treat the injured while handing out the decoctions.
ミララ族の治癒魔法はスフェーンの魔法とそっくりだった。彼女が教えを受けた家庭教師がミララ族だったのか、あるいは第9世界では長年主流の魔法体系なのか。
I really like this. I really like these sort of lines. The Mirara's healing magic was, exactly the same as Sven's. Maybe perhaps she had a tutor, or a Mirara tutor, or like that system of magic. What, like that system of magic was commonplace, or has like been commonplace in the Ninth World for an incredibly long time.
それに魔導書と魔文の話は魔術との類似性を強く感じる。どちらも南洋諸島の魔法体系が源流なんでしょうけど、二つの世界で同様の発展をしてきたのだとしたら興味深いわ。
Everything with grimoires and these magic crests has a striking resemblance, or like strongly resembles. This is the, I don't remember what it's called in English, but it's like the Arcanist. Is it Arcanist? Whatever in English, which doesn't really tell you anything. This is more like geomancy, in the sense of literally geometry, like geometric patterns. And in fact, if you look at like the Arcanist books, they are full of geometry. Geometric shapes and patterns. Yeah, both. Yeah, both originated from the magic systems, or like you might say tradition, maybe. Like system of magic within the South Sea Islands, but it's incredibly, fascinating. Incredibly interesting to think that they evolved or developed in such similar ways within the two different worlds.
クルルが在籍していた魔法学部の奴らが聞いたら、我先にと論文のテーマにしそうだな。
Yeah, if the people at your, like, the magic department heard about it, they'd be like, they'd be scrambling to be the first to make a research paper on it.
それでラハ君はどんな話を聞けたの？
Okay. What did you
倉庫版と話し
hear about?
トレノの物流について教えてもらった。
Okay. I talked to, warehouse worker, or like warehouse foreman, you might say, and learned more about, Toreno's logistics. The logistics of Toreno.
少数ではあるが、残存している集落があるらしい。そことのやりとりは、主に貨物列車でやってるそうだ。
Huh. Seems that there are incredibly few other surviving settlements in the continent of Mist. But, what trade and... This is like trade and communication. Kind of. It's done primarily through freight train.
ただ、トレノに魔物が侵入した影響で、今は途中駅に緊急停車中。安全装置が働くと、しばらく動かせないらしい。
Huh. What, due to the monster attack in Toreno, the train made an emergency stop at a... station en route? And evidently, once that safety system engages or is activated, it can't move for... it's immobilized for quite a while.
回路も時折使うものの、総じて流通する物資は少ない。ほとんどが自給自足で、どうにかやりくりしてるって話だった。
Like, although, sea routes are very occasionally used, the quantity of goods circulated is quite low. Most of the settlements are self-sufficient, just trying to... I mean, that's like scrape by.
物資は限られ、環境的に麻痺症状を抱える人も少なくない。魔物は侵入してくるし、それで負傷することだってある。
Supplies are limited. There are many, affected by paralysis due to the... or, like, afflicted with paralysis due to the environment. Monster attacks are frequent and injuries occur.
けれど、話してみると誰もが前向きで、この環境と折り合いをつけながら、今を懸命に生きているわ。
But, everyone we talk to are, positive? Forward. It's like looking forward, right? They're all positive. All trying to, live their lives. Yeah, it's like live their lives to the fullest, I think, is fine there. And, like... I don't want to make this too fancy, but it is kind of saying, like, trying to live their lives to the fullest in the world that they find themselves in. It's kind of like the environment that they're in. Yeah. No matter how harsh the environment might be, so long as people still live, hope for the future never dies.
だからこそ、明日が少しでもいい日になるようにと。街を整備して線路を敷いて次の世代へと繋いでいくんだ。
Hey, look, here's that tomorrow thing. And that's why, to make tomorrow just a little bit better, maintain the city, lay let's like lay new tracks and pass it on to the next generation.
きっとそんな人々の思いが積み重なってこの街は続いてきたんだろうな。
And I'm sure that the city still goes on. Because of all of those people's hopes and wills. I don't know what you would say. It's again omoi. What's the name of the question?
たくましい街ね。
We will see. I don't remember. Toreno is a strong city. You know, it's like they hold on. The Takamashi meaning like that they strong-willed, resolute. Uh-oh. You okay, dude?
ルムル、何かあったのか?
Oh, welcome back. Did something happen? Is something wrong?
それがまずいもんをなくしちまったみたいでさ、探しながら戻ってきたんだけど見つからなくてよ。
Huh. I'm assuming by Mazuimon is like I, lost something that something pretty important. It's not even just saying like pretty important, it's like I'm assuming he means like that would be quite bad if it was lost. I was looking for it on my way back, but I just couldn't find it.
もしかしてこれのことかしら。
Oh, are you talking about this?
薬刀を届けに行った時に預かったのよ。あなたの持ち物のはずだから渡しておいてほしいって。
Oh, someone gave this to me while I was handing out the decoctions. They said it was yours, and they wanted it to get back to you.
わあ、そうそう、それだよそれ。預かってきてくれて助かったぜ。
Oh yeah, that's it. Oh, thank you so much for getting it.
その機械、探知機か何かか?
Huh. Wait, is that machine a what detector? Like location device? What do you mean tanchiki? Like radar or something?
お、もしかしてこういう機器に強いタイプか？こいつは魔物探知機って言ってな。
Detector.
衝撃内に侵入した魔物を検知する道具なんだ。
Oh, you familiar with this sort of tech? Yeah, this is a monster detector. It spots any what monsters that make their way through the barrier.
だから魔物が倒されてすぐに狩りが終わったって放送を流すことができたのか。
Huh. Interesting. Oh, so that's why you were able to like immediately broadcast that the hunt was over after the last monsters were dealt with.
そういうこった。魔物はもういないが、こうやって起動してやれば。
Yeah. Or just, yup. Yeah, you got it. The monsters are gone, but if I activate it like this... Oh. Oh no? Oh no?
やばい。また壊したって怒られる。
Oh no, oh no, oh no. I'm gonna get yelled at for breaking it again.
なあ、妹のエアネに会ってみないか？エレクトロープ技師をやってるから、いろいろ話も聞けるぜ。
Hey, how about going to see my sister Anna? She's a electro engineer, so I'm sure you could talk to her about a whole bunch of stuff. And
もしかしてその機械も妹さんが作ったものなの？
oh, was that a device made by your sister?
そうなんだ。ここの住民からも頼られてる自慢の妹で。
Yeah. She's my. Yeah, I'm so proud of her. Everybody, I don't know if you would say so proud of her because this Jimon. Yeah, actually, you could say so proud of her. It's like, it's kind of saying like, she's famous. Everybody knows. She's always helping out everybody in the city.
お客人が一緒ならそんなに怒られないはず。
But she's a bit scary when she gets angry. But if our guests are with me, maybe she wouldn't be so mad. Maybe she wouldn't get so mad.
が必要な作業があるかもしれないし、トレノのエレクトロープ事情も聞けるだろうからさ。
Well, actually, no. She might need some help, and plus you'll be able to hear all about Electrop and Toreno as well. So, please. Excellent bit.
かわいそうだから一緒に行ってあげましょうか。
I feel pretty bad for him. I guess let's go along. Yay! Oh no. Oh no. The quest name in English for this one was... Well, for the last one was, just what, life in... Toreno? Well, life in Toreno is more interesting than just around the city. And then this next quest is Dumuru to Eane. It's called To Work in English for some reason. Yeah, looking over at the English for that last one was really stupid. Wait, they also translated it as tracking device, which is wrong.
それじゃあ早速行こうぜ。お客人たちの気が変わらないうちにな。
Okay, this is a good bit. This is a good bit. So, alright, let's get going before you guys change your minds.
ここから庭園の方へ歩いて行ったとこだ。
Okay, my sister Eane is what? just a little ways from here towards the park.
ルムルさん、大丈夫かしら。これでも、勝手ぐらいに緊張しているようだけれど。
深呼吸、深呼吸。
Deep breaths, deep breaths.
旅先で技術者と知り合うたび、シドたちに合わせてみたくなるんだよな。あいつらがどんな反応をするか、あんたも見てみたいだろ
Oh, I made the mistake of looking at the English for this, but this is so much fun. It's like whenever we meet a, you know, an engineer while we're traveling, I always want to... You know, it's like I always wish I could introduce him to, like, Sid and the rest of the ironworks or whatever. I mean, you'd, you know, love to see what their reactions would be like, right? You know, it'd just be fun. The English is, whenever we meet an engineer from some distant land, I can't help but wish to introduce them to our friends at the ironworks. Such a firestorm of questions there would be. That's weird. Why would you say it like that? He's just like, man, it would be so much fun to see how Sid would react to some stuff like this. Whoa. Oh no.
魔物の討伐を手伝ってくれたお客人じゃないですか。先ほどはありがとうございました。
Wow, she seems really nice. Oh, you're our visitors, our guests who helped us deal with the monsters. Thank you so much. Did you do something? It's like, did you mess something up, do something? No, well, you know, actually, the monster detector is... This Choshi is him saying, like, it's not, like... He's not saying it's broken? Oh, what do you say for this? What do you say for this to, like, deflect? You would say, like, oh, you know, the monster detector, it's, acted kind of funny, and, You broke it again?
エレクトロープが足りないっていつも言ってるのに、何度も故障させられてたら、そのうち修理できなくなっちゃうよ。
I keep telling you, there's not enough Electro. Yeah, if you keep damaging it like that, it's... I'm not... Like, eventually, I'm not going to be able to fix it. Jumping together. I'm very sorry, it was my fault. Or just, I'm very sorry, I messed up. Oh, did they seriously do this? Did they seriously do this? Did they actually do this?
客人も来てることだしさ、今回は多めに見てくれよ。な。
Nah. But hey, look, we've got these guests here. Could you like let it slide this time, maybe? They seriously translated just the straight up, the good gag of him doing the jumping doyeza, just saying, "I'm sorry, I messed up," to, "I beg your forgiveness, I'm on my knees and everything," see? Like, do you need to draw attention to it? It's a Japanese game. Do you need to have characters verbalize that they are doing an apology bow? Really? Fucking really? We're seriously gonna tank the joke? For this? The joke is that he does the big dramatic flip into the doyeza and just says, "I'm really sorry, I messed up."
兄が無理を言って同行を頼んだみたいですね。本当にすみません。ご迷惑をおかけして。
Yeah, it looks like my brother really was. Yeah, it's like pushed you to come along. Sorry for the trouble.
大丈夫よ。ルムルさんにはお世話になっているもの。それに復旧作業でお手伝いできることがあればと思って。
Oh, no, not at all. Kururu really helped us out a lot. And actually, we were wondering if there's anything we could do to help with the repair or the restoration work.
お兄ちゃん、まさか魔物探知機を壊した上にお客人をこき使ってる？
Yeah, so here's where they actually say, "put to work." So this doesn't work if you have him explicitly verbalize it. Like this koki tsukatteru. The reason why this is funny is because they don't refer to it as such before this point. But in the English, they literally call the quest name "to work." He says, "Are you sure you want to be put to work?" But no, in the Japanese, they were just saying like, "Oh yeah, you're willing to help out a little bit? Sure, totally." And she was just saying, "Rumuru, don't tell me. You broke the monster detector and you put our guests to work?"
そうではなくて、どれのことを知るために私がお手伝いを申し出たの。
Oh, no. That's not what happened. We offered to help because we wanted to learn more about Toreno.
あなたが技師だと聞いたから、この町のエレクトロープ事情を教えてもらえたらなと。
Yeah, and we heard that you were an engineer, so we were hoping that you could tell us more about the the situation with Electrope in the city. How things are with Electrope in the city.
なるほど、そういうことでしたか。
Oh, I see. So that's how it was. Oh, so that's what happened.
エレクトロープが足りないって言ってたが、確保が難しい状況なのか?
You said that there wasn't enough Electrope. Are you having difficulty obtaining it?
慢性的な資材不足で、ほぼ再利用頼みですね。
Or is that maybe they mean maintaining rather?
しまった時はジャンク品のエレクトロープを使って修理しています。
Yeah, okay. So due to shortage of raw materials. We, essentially have to reuse what we already have. Or recycle what we already have, rather. When, essential tools or devices break, we repair them using, junk? Electrope?
本当は老朽化した町の障壁も修理したいんですけど、まとまった量のエレクトロープが確保できず、棚上げ状態で。
Really, we'd like to repair the dilapidated, or that's like deteriorating barrier around the city, but we haven't been able to obtain the that massive amount, the immense quantity of electrope needed, so but it's been on hold.
供給源だった近場の採石場に魔物が居座っちまってな。長らく稼働させられてないんだよ。
Oh, okay. The quarry nearby that what used to be our source for electrope has been taken over by monsters, so we haven't. Yeah, it hasn't been in operation for a real long time.
採石場。それって。
Yeah, we went through there.
通った場所じゃない？
Quarry. Yeah, didn't we go through there on our way here? Your options here are, yeah, we got rid of all the monsters there, or those things. Yeah, the monsters there, they were nothing. Yeah, they barely put up a fight. You get to be smug.
まさか魔物を倒してくれたのか。ひとひねりな感じで。
Hitohineri. Very fun. Wait, you seriously took out the monsters? It was like light work? I don't know what you'd say for light work or whatever. It was like it was easy. So wait, is the quarry safe now then? Whoa. Yay! Amazing, amazing.
だったら兄ちゃんが採石場を確認してくるからさ。魔物探知機の修理は頼んだ。
All right then, I'm gonna go check out the quarry. So, can you get the Voss detector up and running again?
しょうがないんだから。本当に採石場まで行くつもりなら気をつけてね。
Fine. Like that's a fun little, oh, I guess. Fine, haha, oh you. If you really are going to go to the quarry, then please be careful.
そうだ。もし採石場を再稼働させられたら、障壁管理所までエレクトロープを送っておいてもらえる？
Oh yeah, if the quarry... if we do get the quarry up and running again, could you, have the electrobe sent to the barrier control post? I mean, you could just say barrier control, yeah. To barrier control, that is, MTL, good job there.
魔物を倒したと言っても、町の外だからな。護衛として同行しようか?
We did get rid of the monsters, but it's still outside of the city. Should we go with you as escorts?
ありがてえ。本音を言うと、一人で行くのは心細かったんだ。
Oh, that'd be great. And to be honest, I really didn't want to go out there alone.
護衛はラハ君にお任せして、私たちはエアネさんのお手伝いをしましょうか。
Alright, so then we can have... Now let's let Raha be Rumiru's guide, and we'll help out Ayane. Also, good night, Zandamar. This is really fun so far. I like this quite a lot.
ふふ。お兄さんの振る舞いを受け止めるエアネさんを見ていたら、こちらを立つ前のアリ勢をつい思い出してしまったわ。
Yeah, like... And again, this is the same thing. It's like... Furumai isn't really like... You wouldn't translate this to like nonsense. It's like, you know, watching how she handled her brother like that reminded me of like Alize before she left.
Ah, そういえばまだお名前を聞いてなかった。よければ教えてもらってもいいですか?
Oh, yeah, I haven't asked your names yet.
私の名前はクルル。隣の彼女がオレオさん。
Yeah, my name's Kururu. Player character. Hey, what's up? Nice to meet you.
あと、ルムルさんに同行したのは、ラハ君、プラハティアっていうのよ。
Oh, and, yeah, the person accompanying Rumuru is, Raha, well, Grahatia.
ありがとうございます。改めまして、ヤネです。どうぞよろしくお願いします。
Oh, thank you. Once again, I'm Ayane. Nice to meet you.
お客人である皆さんを働かせるのは気が引けますけど、正直に言うと、お手伝いは大歓迎です。
Okay. Yeah, I do feel a little bit bad about having our guests work, but it's like having our guests help out, but yeah, you would say work, actually. Having our guests work, but to be honest, I could really use the help. Or we could really use the help.
やっぱり復旧作業流行ることが多くて大変なのね。
I'm glad to hear. Yeah, there really is a lot of repair work that needs to be done, and it seems rather difficult.
量もそうですけど、実は私、足に麻痺の症状が出ていて、立ち仕事やちょっとそこまでの届け物ぐらいならともかく、あちこち回るような仕事は得意じゃないんですよ。
Yeah, it's not just the quantity of work that needs to be done. Actually, I've got some paralysis symptoms in my legs. I can... It's like what, I can handle standing and... like making, what, short deliveries, but... I'm not exactly great at, It's like I'm not exactly great at things that require a lot of travel. Or that require running around the city.
いつもはお兄ちゃんにやってもらっている街の見回りを頼めるとすごく助かります。
Yeah, so if you could, like, what, make your rounds around the city, like, Dumeru normally does, that'd be a great help. Oh, what, did they not really translate it, or what? Yeah, they say it weird. Yeah, they say it weird in the English. And they make it very imprecise. The Japanese gives you a very good idea of exactly what the symptoms are. whereas the English makes it really vague and just weird. So what she says, like, what she actually said was, I've got some, you know, paralysis symptoms in my legs. I can stand and, like, I can stand and make short trips, but anything that requires, you know, running around the city or, like, you know, long deliveries, things like that, I really can't do. The volume of fixes that need making is one matter, but I could handle it if it weren't for these legs of mine. The paralysis flares up at the worst time, so saying flares primes people in the wrong way. I can manage a bit of shuffling from one station to the other on a good day, but I usually leave racing around the city to my brother. That's not what was stated. Like, they're describing it like it's some sort of, like, weird coming, like it comes in waves and it flares up and stuff. And it doesn't actually, like, the Japanese gives you a good understanding of exactly what her constraints are, whereas the English is just like, eh? Yeah, from everything that I've seen in the Japanese, it's a progressive thing. It's not like it comes and goes or whatever. Like, she was very precise. Yeah, she says, 足に麻痺の症状が出ていて. It's like, yeah, I've got some paralysis symptoms in my legs. Or like, you know, my legs are like partially paralyzed, you could potentially say. You know, I can handle standing work. Like, I can handle standing work and making, like, nearby deliveries, but, you know, I'm not really suited to long-distance travel. Can't really handle long distances. You could even just say I can't really handle long distances.
魔物が放った濃厚な雷エーテルに引き寄せられているのか、戦いの後はライトニングスプライトが出没するんですよ。
Okay, probably attracted to the lightning ether emitted by monsters. Lightning sprites tend to show up after battles.
本当なら魔物探知機で調べながらやるところなんですが、ご存知の通り、お兄ちゃんが壊しちゃったので、手分けして確認をお願いできればと。
Normally, it's like either normally or ideally we'd use the monster detector to check to make sure the area is clear, but as I'm sure you're aware, my brother broke it. Broke it, so could you split up and take a look around?
ライトニングスプライトを見かけたら、この絶縁弧を投げつけちゃってください。近場の雷エーテルを感知できなくなって街の外へ出ていくので。
We're throwing fiberglass insulation at him? What? What? What, if you see a lightning sprite, throw this, like, insulation powder? Insulating powder at it? They'll lose their ability to sense nearby ether and make their way out of the city? We're just chucking insulation. Oh, it's all right to not, you know, fight them?
街の中であれと戦うと厄介な事態になりがちなんですよね。傷を癒すため周辺の設備から雷力を吸収されちゃったり、逆に放出することで機材を故障させたり。
Yeah, fighting in the middle of the city can cause problems. They might, what, absorb, yeah, lightning, ether from nearby. Yeah, they might, absorb lightning, either from nearby, like, facilities to heal themselves, or, release lightning and cause, equipment malfunctions. Oh. Hey, I'm not... I mean, I should be confident about this. I believe that this is just a straight-up mistake. In the English, they say they'll, siphon energy from facilities we need to keep our medical services running. Which, that is not how that reads. I think that they read this as Kizo o yasu tame no shuhen no seibi kara. Like, they just hallucinated a no in there. So yeah, the English says, like, they'll siphon energy from facilities we need to keep our medical services running, when in reality, unless I'm misreading it very heavily, it's like they might siphon energy from the surrounding facilities to heal themselves.
とにもかくにも安全第一で見通しがいい広い道に沿って見回りをお願いします。それが終わったらまた声をかけてください。
But above all else, stay safe. And try to stick to, wide roads with good visibility. Once you're done, let me know.
わかったわ。
I mean, they don't say exactly what it is, but they just said insulating powder. And my brain immediately just went to pocket fiberglass.
すみません、お手数をおかけして。私はここで魔物探知。
Any lightning sprites?
見渡したが、この
No lightning sprites. Any lightning sprites?
周囲を見渡した。
No lightning sprites. Third time's the charm? Third time's the charm. Whoa. A lightning sprite. Oh, many lightning sprite.
Lightning sprite を発見した。絶
These little fuckers. Where are they going? Where the fuck did that Lalafell just go? Did they go into this building? They were booking it. Okay, I do very much like the detail that all of the... Wait a minute, why is this door so big? I do like that most of the doors are quite small. Look at them go. Oh god, it's one of these. It's one of these. Fuck off. Fuck off. Get out of here. Alright. Wait. What the fuck are you doing? They came out of there, and they just full sprint into there. What are they doing? Lalafells behave in mysterious ways. It's beyond our understanding.
ライトニングスプライト。ああ、やっぱり出没してましたか。追い払ってもらえて大助かりです。
Oh, so there were some. Thank you for dealing with them.
オレオさん、お手伝いありがとうございました。
Thank you for helping out. My rewards? Yes, money, please. Thank you. Huh. The name of this quest is... interesting? It's like, what, like a flower rooted in the earth, I guess? This is probably one where you're gonna have more context to actually know the name.
まだ戻ってこないですね。タウンホールの方へ向かうところまでは見てたんですけど。
Kururu hasn't come back yet. I saw her going back to, yeah, heading for the town hall.
場所で困ってることもあるかもしれないですし、よければ様子を見に行ってあげてください。
Yeah, she might be having some... might be lost. You know, saying we might be having a little bit of trouble since she's not familiar with the area. Could you go look for her?
クルルの付近の住民に話しかけて。
Okay. Don't see Kururu anywhere. Maybe talk to people. See if they know where Kururu went.
おや、お客人ではありませんか。何か困りごとでも。
Oh, one of our guests, sir. Is something, you know, amiss in her heart? That doesn't make any sense. Okay. Have you seen a woman in a yellow hood anywhere?
もしかしてクルルさんのことですか。彼女なら少し前までここにいましたよ。
Oh, are you referring to Kururu? She was here just a little while ago.
実は先ほど危ないところを助けていただいたんです。ライトニングスプライトが潜んでいたことに全く気づかなくて。
Actually, she helped me out from a pinch. I didn't notice a lightning sprite sneaking up on me at all.
していたので、彼女が来てくれなかったらどうなっていたことやら。
What caught me completely off guard. No telling what could have happened if she wasn't there.
こう言ってはなんですが、同じミララ族といっても、彼女は外から来た人なので、最初は少し身構えてしまいまして。
And, well, this is like, well, with all due respect, or, well, no offense, but even though she's a, Mirara just like us, she still came from the outside, so I was a little bit, wary
それが少し話してみたら、とても穏やかなお嬢さんで、宮入様のように聞き上手というか、いやはや、警戒してしまった自分が恥ずかしい。
I mean, but the problem is that they're not actually like fairies or anything. That's a different term. I'm totally fine with the katakana for sprite. Yeah, but after speaking with her a little bit, she's a very kind young lady. And just like, what, Miyadi? But she's a very good listener. It is weird. Miyadi is like the one person who also breaks this naming convention. I don't think anybody else has 4 characters in the name. I'm, kind of embarrassed for being so, on guard.
ライトニングスプライトの件が片付いた後は、町のことを尋ねられたので、いろいろと話をしましてね。その後クルルさんは、川の方へと歩いて行きましたよ。
Yeah, after dealing with the, lightning sprite, she asked me about the city. And we talked quite a bit. Afterwards, she went off towards the river.
ただ、去り際に少し浮かない表情をされていて、私、何か余計なことを言ってしまったかなと、気がかりだったんです。
Yeah, but she looked a little... she looked a little down? When she left, I was, worried that I might have... said something I shouldn't have? Said something wrong? I don't know. He's just asking if we could go talk to her and see what's up. Kururu cutscene. Yay.
もしかして探させてしまったかしら。
Oh, sorry, did you come looking for me? You know, that's like, did I make you come look for me? But you get what they mean.
エアネさんから頼まれていたことは終えたのだけど、少し考え事をしてしまって。
I finished what Ayana asked us to do, but yeah, that is like what kind of got lost in thought.
その話を聞いてもらえる？
Would you hear me out?
私ね、迷っているのよ。
迷っている。This isn't necessarily lost. It's like, or confused. It's like, I kind of need to see further into the conversation, but I'm assuming that she means like conflicted or torn.
自分がいつか帰るところをどちらに定めるべきなんだろうって。
At the original world and the ninth world. This is again the wording here. It's... I don't know if you would necessarily say home. You could maybe say home, right? Like, I wonder which, is really my home. But what she's really saying is, like, where is the place that I should return to? It's...
私はどこに根ざして生きていくべきなのか。そんな。
いや、根ざして。
忙しさを理由にして考えるのを後回しにしていたのよ。
Yeah, so notice this is what they mean by with the whole flower thing, right? Like a root, like a flower planted in earth, right? Taking up roots. Right? The it is a single short sentence for all of this? Hilarious. So she says, here it's like, you know, I've been really, like, grappling. The question of, like, if you wanted to use the same metaphor of, like, where I should put down roots and live, but I've kept putting it off, you know, using how busy we've been as a excuse. Or how busy I've been as an excuse. Right? Like, you can say put down roots. That is a thing that you can say in English.
ようやくプリザベーションの騒動が落ち着いて、ふと考えてしまう時間が増えてきて。
The thought has lingered like a storm cloud in my mind. Yeah, that totally makes sense. Yeah, that's just such dog shit. But now that everything with preservation is finally over, I've, you know, got more time to really think it over. Yeah, but at first I thought no matter where, like, no matter where I was born, I would always live in the original world. After all, I don't want to abandon the Baldessian community.
だけど、リビングメモリーで両親と出会って、第9世界出身という実感が湧いてきた途端、心が揺らいだ。
But when I met my parents in living memory and learned that I came from the 9th world, it really shook me.
原初世界を選ぶことに対して、両親や生まれ故郷をないがしろにしているような、そんな後ろめたさが芽生えてしまったの。
ないがしろにし、ないがしろにしてる。Again, she's using more like plant life terminology here. You might say grow, right? You might say, like, this feeling started to grow in me, this guilt that if I were to choose to live, if I were to choose the original world, it would be, like, it's not really disrespecting is the thing. You might say it would be an insult to my parents and the place where I was born.
ぐるぐると考え続けてしまう問いに答えを出したくて、第9世界のことを知ろう、出自と向き合おうって思ったのよ。
I wanted to find an answer to this, like, question that had been I don't know, you would say, like, you wouldn't say grappling with again, that had been, like, gone over so many times in my head. So, I thought I would learn about the ninth world and where I came from. You know, she said I would face it. Did you find your answer? If they try and write Kururu out of the team like this, I would be pissed.
かしらね。むしろ迷いが深まっているような気がするわ。
I wonder. Honestly, if anything, I feel like I'm, yeah, only more torn. You would probably say torn for that,
あの
Mayoi.
人たちは急に外からやってきた私たちに対しても少し話せば気持ちのいい感情で答えてくれる。とてもいい人たちだわ。
Yeah, even though we showed up here, what, all of a sudden from the outside. Yeah, they treated us so kindly. They're really wonderful people.
それを知り、彼らの苦境も知ってなお、私は変わらず原初世界で過ごしていていいの。
Knowing that and knowing what their, like, it's like knowing that and knowing the trouble that they're in, or knowing their predicament. Is it really all okay for me to just keep living in the original world? You might just say to go on living. Yes.
私の帰るべき場所はどこなのかしら。
Yeah, this is like Kairubeki is not quite the same as... it's not quite the same as home. I don't know, you could say like... I think you would say like, I wonder where I should really be. No, I wonder where I really should be.
人生相談みたいになっちゃったわね。話を聞いてくれてありがとう。
Yeah, it's like, sorry for asking you about like, life advice. You know, it's like, she does say it's like a, like, kept you for counseling almost. Thank you for listening.
少し答えを探してみたいと思っているから付き合ってもらえると嬉しいわ。
I'm going to keep, looking for the answer, and I'd be glad if you could be there with
その
me.
エアネさんのところへ戻りましょうか。
Okay, let's go back to Ayane. I swear to fucking god if they had... You can't. You can't. I understand that they're probably trying to cut back on the number of characters that would go with you into the new expansion, but you can't get rid of Kururu. You can't just write Kururu into she stays here. I'll freak out.
薬湯の習慣もライトニングスプライトの対処法も暮らしの工夫。おかえりなさい。無事に合流できたみたいでよかったです。
You've known about this place for 5 seconds.
何のお構いもできなくて申し訳ないですけど、お兄ちゃんたちが戻るまでここでゆっくりしていってください。
Yeah, sorry for not being able to do anything to... Or being able to really offer you much of anything, but please feel free to... relax here, take a break here.
そういえ
Until my
ば
brother gets back.
町のことで気になっていたのだけど、障壁の近くはミララ族向けの小さな建物ばかりなのに、どうして中心部の方は違っているの？
Oh, yeah, come to think of it, there's something that's been... Wait a minute, I talked about this, that's like been... on my mind. Or that caught my eye, maybe you would say. Yeah, near the barrier, there are all of the, small buildings for the Mirara, but Why is it so different towards the center?
市街地の中心は一番古い区画で、昔はヒューネ族やエレダイト族が暮らしていたんですよ。
Oh, yeah, the center of the city is the oldest, district used to the, Yune and Eredite used to live there.
つまり彼らが築いた町に異界からやってきたミララ族が住み着いたのね。
So then the Mirara who came from another world, settled in a city that they built.
当時のトレノの長は私たちの祖先を快く受け入れ、郊外に居住地を築くことを許可してくれたと言われています。
Oh, it said the leader of Toreno at the time welcomed our ancestors and let them gave them permission to establish to build a settlement in the suburbs. That's outskirts rather.
今もここで暮らしているのはミララ族だけよね。他の種族の人たちはどうしていなくなってしまったの？
But now the only ones living here are the Mirara, right? Why? How do you say this? What happened to the other races? Why aren't they around anymore?
来航大戦末期に悪化した環境に耐えかねて、より安全なアレクサンドリアを目指して立ち去ったそうです。大国と違って当時のトレノには障壁もなかったので。
Huh. What, they left? Well, because they couldn't withstand the environmental deterioration, or environmental conditions after the Thunderbolt War, they set out for for safety in Alexandria. Unlike the great nations, major nations, there wasn't any barrier in Toreno at the time.
でもスフェーン王の家庭教師を務めていた同胞がアレクサンドリアから障壁の技術を持ち帰ってくれました。こうして今もトレノが存続しているのはその方のおかげですね。
Yeah, but one of our countrymen who served as Queen Sphinx's tutor brought back the barrier technology from Alexandria, and it's thanks to them that Toreno still stands today.
そんな経緯があったのね。ならもう一つ質問してもいいかしら。
Oh, so that's what happened. So then, could I ask one more question?
私たちは以前ある場所でミララ族の歴史にまつわる記録を見たの。
We saw records relating to the history of the Mirara at a certain place.
そこにはミララ族の故郷が常夏の理想郷であることや、氷の災厄によって生活が困窮し、こちらへ渡ってきたという経緯が記されていた。
Yeah, so this whole utopia thing is also not translated properly at all. Oh, wait a second. If they're setting up this whole ice calamity thing and that's where the Mirara actually came from, instead they're setting up for Kururu to go, okay, never mind, we're doing the opposite. We're doing the opposite of what I thought. Silver Wanderers is a Kururu expansion. Based. Amazing. I choose to believe this now. It said that the original home of the Mirara people was a paradise, a utopia of endless summer. that they, crossed over to this world after... But their lives were threatened. It's not really like their lives were threatened, it's like their lives were... Yeah, you could say threatened by the... calamity of ice.
こうも書かれていたわ。
And it also said...
彼らの中には故郷へ帰ろうとする者もいましたが、それは叶いませんでした。
Huh. Yeah, there were those who tried to return to their home, but they failed. One second. Mort, once again, is trying to destroy my PC. But it's like, it's not really necessarily that they failed, it's like they could, yet they could not. Yeah, the golden path through which our ancestors escaped never opened again.
エアネさん、もし故郷への道が再び開くことがあったら、その先で凍りついた海が暖かさを取り戻していたのなら。
Ayane, if... Yeah, the path to your home... Yeah, your homeland were to open once again, if the... Yeah, the frozen seas were to regain their warmth? I mean, you might say thaw, probably. Would you want to go back there?
常夏の理想郷というのがどういう場所なのか見てみたいって気持ちはあります。
見てみたい. I am very interested in seeing how they translate this statement. Oh, you completely fucked it. Yeah, you completely fucked it. Yeah, you completely fucked it. Great. She says, well, you know, I would really like to see this, you know, utopia of never-ending summer. It's like, I'd like to go and see it. You know, go see what it's like. But it's said with that hesitation. In English, this is just like the complete... This is just like sledgehammer in terms of tone. I'd certainly like to see that paradise of eternal summer for myself. Who wouldn't? Whereas you hear the delivery in the Japanese and it's like, it's hesitant. She knows what Kururu is saying. Saying like, well, you know, yeah, sure, I'd want to go and see what it's like.
と言っても、あくまでも知的好奇心の類なので、そこへ帰りたいという感情とは少し違うかもしれませんね。
Oh, they just didn't translate this at all. Yeah, but you know, that would just be out of, you know, curiosity. I think that would be you know, it's a bit different than wanting to go back there.
私にとっての愛しき故郷はトレノですから。 結局いつか帰ってくるのはここなんだろうなって思います。
Yeah, so it's like, after all, Toreno is my beloved home. I think you might say this is where I'll, like, end up. You might say, like, this is where I'll end up, this is where I'll spend, like, my last days, maybe something along those lines.
本当にトレノを大切に思っているのね。
Hey, you really care about Toreno a lot, I see.
この世界へと渡ってきた時、当時の巫女様はこうおっしゃったそうです。
When they came over to this world, it said again, Miko, you maiden, I guess, said this.
苦難の中にあっても、追い育て、咲き誇れ。隣人と手を取り合い、伸び育て、地に道よ。と。
I'm going to crash out. I'm going to crash out. I'm going to fucking crash out. The first cutscene, Kururu talks about where to lay down roots. The name of the quest is like a flower rooted in the earth. When they are talking about the idea of the place in which you call home, they are panning over to a bed of flowers. In the English, the name of this quest is In Her Heart. They do none of the flowering, blooming dialogue. They changed the lay down roots thing to the thought has lingered like a storm cloud in my mind. I beg you, learn to read. Genuinely, this is like middle school English class. What do you think the meaning of the author using all of these flower metaphors was? Explain in 3 paragraphs. Why, or like a film class even, like why do you think the camera panned over to the flower bed during this section of the speech? 2 sentences. Fucking multiple choice even. Oh, and they just completely fuck this quote too. She says, like, even, like, in hardship. Flourish and grow. Or, like, bloom and grow. Yeah, it's bloom. You know, grow and bloom. Join hands with your neighbors. It's like grow and thrive, maybe you would say? And fill the earth? Here's the English for that. Do you know what the speaker said when the Milala came to this place? Oh, life! Flourish on this faraway shore. Unfurl your fragile petals with fearless joy. Let the sky grant shelter from darkest storm, and here bloom hand in hand forevermore. None of that is what the intention of this line was. That's just complete nonsense. It's just, this is embarrassing, man. This means nothing. What do you mean, fearless joy? But the hand in hand is not relating to the, they say neighbor here. And also, why is it oh life? She's clearly talking to the people of the Mirara people?
ミララ族はトレノの人々という隣人と手を取り合い、苦難の中にあってもこの地に根付いて懸命に生きてきました。
Hey, neighbor, neighbor.
誇らしく思っています。
Where's the word neighbor? Where's the word neighbor? You forgot the word neighbor. And here, she says immediately, relating to the word neighbor, the Mirara people have joined hands with our neighbors, the people of Toreno, and have lived in the face of hardship and put down roots here. I'm proud of that. She's doing like a call and response? Right? Like we did all of those things? And that's why I want to be here. I don't know, you might say like that's why I love it so much. You know, it's where my grandmother and brother are. I like this place. It's, you know, you don't, the I like this place wasn't necessarily the thing there, but
縁の主がどれほどあったとしても、帰るところを定めるのはそういう思いなのかもしれないわね。
We never forgot those words, not my ancestors, nor my grandmother, nor my brother and me. That boundless optimism, that communal spirit, that's Treno. No matter what comes or how hard it gets, we'll choose joy over fear and stand together. There's nowhere else I'd rather be. You got rid of the entire through line. How are you this bad at this? Genuinely. How do you just surgically miss every single point? It's not even like this doesn't make sense in English. The plant life metaphors work. They just work. It's not untranslatable in the slightest. And you're not making anything better by removing them. Obviously you're not, because you're not real writers. Also, the reason why they're going with the whole plant thing, clearly, is because the Mirara people have some sort of history of being in a place of summer, of growth, of life, of plant life flourishing, right? Like, they keep saying that the place where the Mirara are originally from was somewhere rich and abundant in nature. And so it stands to reason, in terms of world building, that their frame of reference and the things that they would hold as culturally significant include plant life and nature. It makes sense that they would use those sort of expressions because that's what shaped their culture. Then, yeah, back to this. Kururu says, you know, no matter how many, what sort of, you know, how many places you're connected to, it's, you know, feelings like that I don't know, you might even say, like, tell you where your home is. I'm freaking out. I'm freaking out. I'm freaking out.
ミララ族の伝承はおばあ様から聞いたことがあります。広くて
I'm freaking out. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? Are we doing... The next quest is a direct quote from that again. The quote that they didn't translate. Why? Why are we doing this to ourselves? You do know that your job would be a whole hell of a lot easier if you followed what the script was, you know? Like, you've got a script. You didn't write the script. So it's better, and your job is literally easier if you don't make shit up. This quest name is called Towards Trouble. When the actual quest name is even in the midst of hardship. Or like in the midst of hardship, you could just do. Ah. Okay, but the problem is that once again, this is pissing me off. This is pissing me off that this keeps happening. Like, the next quest, I keep hitting good stopping points for stream at exactly 3 hours and 30 minutes instead of 4. And it bothers me. There's technically nothing wrong with it, but it bothers me. Like, that's very clearly the natural breaking point. Or stopping point, rather. I like this a lot. I like that I like where they're going with the setting. I like where they're going with the themes of the story. It's a natural progression point from the things that were happening in Golden Legacy. Also, I refuse to call the new expansion Evercold. You will never call me referring to it as such. It's Silver Wanderers. I'm not doing this shit. There's a line. There's a line in the sand that needs to be drawn. And for me, it's at Evercold. It's just like, that might be the worst expansion name I've ever heard for anything. Evercold sounds like a knockoff brand of cooler that you bring to the beach. It's like, oh no, I couldn't get, oh no, sorry honey, I couldn't get you that nice Yeti cooler you wanted, but hang on, I got this Evercold one from Walmart. Works just as good. I refuse. They seriously panned down the fucking flowers.
ここのお花、とてもうまく成長できずに枯れてしまう植物。
In any case, this is very good. I am getting somewhat nervous that we are running up on the end of the available MSQ. But there's still plenty of stuff in the game. I really do want to do the job quests. I don't know which ones are considered the most interesting and or the most controversial. But I do want to do them. But that means I'm gonna have to, like, level up all of those classes to 80, which I don't want to do, but... You know, like, I would really rather do literally anything else than level up, like, Astro or Ninja to 80. The next patch is gonna make me mad? We'll see. We will see. Because people have been saying that about a lot of these. and then that hasn't been the case. Unless you mean, like, it's going to upset me in terms of what they did in the English, in which case, yeah, but that's the free space on the bingo board. Like, that's not a... that's not a development. Fundamentally, their translation philosophy is so fucked that it's really impossible for that to not be the case. I see a very well executed plant metaphor about growth and about, like, where your home is. They even wove it into side dialogue, right? They had that dude at the... here. Like, over here. They had the guy that you bring the little decoction to talk to you about it to reinforce the theme, right? He was saying, like, oh, monsters come in and they've got these seeds on them, and we grow them. They're incredibly valuable and precious to us, even if, you know... It's almost like that's what they're going for, right? Like, the idea that it's not necessarily where you're from, it's where you, like, lay down roots and grow. Right? It's almost like that's how you do writing. But no, instead the English translation team just goes, there am lightning storm above, therefore everything lightning storm. Everything thundercloud, everything lightning storm. Me am smart, clever writer, man. Once again, my dream would be to get just a middle school English teacher to test these people on their reading comprehension. It would be so funny. I beg you, learn to read. Because the Japanese is really good, the script is really good. It's very carefully crafted. You can tell that people put a lot of love and care into it. And then they just go, ooh, thunderous heavens. And it's so disrespectful, man. But, I will say as an ending note, this is really good. Like, the actual script, excellent. If they can keep up this level of quality for the next expansion, it's going to be amazing. I am very hyped for it. I've seen a lot of people, like, it's very unfortunate that a lot of people in the West are like, oh, I don't know if Evercold is going to be good or not. Oh, like, I unsubbed already. It's like, man, maybe if it was translated well, maybe people would actually appreciate the level of quality of the writing here. It makes me sad, because this is really good. It's almost like art is more fun when you can share it with people, or something. But yeah, that's gonna do it for me. Thank you all for stopping by. Until next time, peace out.